jump in, though, I do want to recognize some key people. So Caitlin Bloom is our Director of Fellows Engagement. Caitlin is the lead architect for this event. She's worked so hard to pull everything together. This is her second fall meeting, but you might remember she missed last year because of her wedding. We had to let her go, but we're pleased to have her back this year. And if you haven't already met Caitlin, please take some time while you're here over the next couple of days to introduce yourself to her and make sure that you've got all of the great information that she wants to share about connecting with fellows. I also want to introduce Dr. Joe Mitchell. Joe's here. Many of you already know Joe from his long service at the Academy. But last year, he took on a new position as the Director of our Strategic Initiatives and International Programs. So he leads our Grand Challenges effort. If you want to get involved today with Grand Challenges, please find Joe, and he'll be working on this agenda as we go forward. Joe Prashevsky, the man behind the camera, is our IT lead, and Cynthia Brown in the back is our chief of everything. We could not have put this conference together without them. You'll see other members of the NAPA staff around throughout the conference. They have a name tag and it says staff. You'll also have a chance to talk with them more directly this year as we have breakout sessions where they'll be presenting on Academy programs. So I hope you have a chance to pop in and see some of those, but please introduce yourself to the staff. They are thrilled to meet you. Sometimes they're behind the scenes and they don't always see you when you come into the office, but they do a fabulous job for us on a daily basis. I also want to take a moment to thank all of our sponsors who have generously supported this meeting this year. KPMG, the University of Southern California Saul Price School of Public Administration, the Robertson Foundation for Government, the IBM Center for the Business of Government, the College of Public Affairs and Community Service at the University of Nebraska, Omaha, the Maxwell School of Citizenship and Public Affairs at Syracuse University, Management Concepts, the L. Douglas Wilder School of Government and Public Affairs at Virginia Commonwealth University, the Harry S. Truman School of Public Affairs, University of Missouri, the University of North Carolina School of Government, the North Carolina State University, Carnegie Mellon University Heinz College, the School of Public Affairs and Administration, Rutgers Newark, the Marx School of Public and International Affairs, Baruch College, the Institute for Defense Analysis, Arizona State University, NSI Engineering, and our individual sponsors, Chet Newland, Jane and Mark Pisano, and Major General Retired Arnie Fields. So could we take a moment and thank our sponsors? All right, I am so excited about the next 2 days. We have so much to talk about. Like last year, our theme is Grand Challenges in Public Administration, but instead of announcing the campaign as we did last year, this year we're here to announce the Grand Challenges and to spark the work. Every session on our agenda is intended to prompt discussion about the Grand Challenges and the role of public administrators in developing solutions, and to get you thinking about how you personally can get involved in the Grand Challenges agenda. I hope you've had a chance to flip through it. You've got some tough choices ahead of you as you try to plan your day today and tomorrow. But now, let's get to the moment you've all been waiting for.
We defeated tyranny in 2 world wars and put a man on the moon. Now, we want to apply American ingenuity to make our government work and to work for all by addressing the grand challenges in public administration.
Sorry. Start it over. Thought it froze. Joe. I did.
We defeated tyranny in 2 world wars and put a man on the moon. Now, we want to apply American ingenuity to make our government work and to work for all by addressing the grand challenges in public administration. In a world of complex global networks, technologies, and markets, no single government agency can fix government programs. These governance and management challenges can seem mundane, but they eat away at the roots of our democracy and society. America needs effective and collaborative approaches to help our government solve complicated problems and deliver better results. The National Academy of Public Administration, established in 1967 and chartered by Congress in 1984, will use our Grand Challenges campaign to bring public, nonprofit, private sector, and educational actors together to address the critical issues of protecting and advancing democracy, strengthening social and economic development, ensuring environmental sustainability, and managing technological changes. We expect our results to change lives in communities across America, and by doing so, to inspire new levels of trust in our government. Now is the time to take on big challenges. Together, we can help democracy flourish for the future. Join us at napawash.org.
All right, so if you need something to tweet out, that's going to be on the Grand Challenges website live this morning. Right, so you can check that out and share it just as a way to introduce people to the concept of Grand Challenges. But reminding you all, when we introduced this concept last fall at the fall meeting, we went into a period of 6 months of public submission, and then we received over about 120 substantive public submissions, and then engaged our steering committee and our board of directors to sort those, to compile them, and to develop the list of 12. If you are on this steering committee, I'd very much like you to stand. Our steering committee represents all levels of government, the academic community, media, the nonprofit organizations, and the world of science and engineering. We wanted to make sure that we had a variety of perspectives so that we could best capture the most important and impactful ideas. So steering committee members, if you're here, could you please stand up? We could not have gotten here without their wise counsel and guidance. Now, you should have all received a booklet that lays out the full list of grand challenges along with short papers that articulate our starting points for the topics. But I'd like to now officially reveal our list of 12 grand challenges in public administration organized into 4 focus areas. The first is protecting and advancing democracy. And you can see that inside there, we include the grand challenges of ensuring electoral integrity and enhanced voter participation, modernize and reinvigorate the public service, develop new approaches to public government and engagement, and advance national interests in a changing global context. Our second category is strengthening social and economic development. And here we have also 4 grand challenges: foster social equity, connect individuals to meaningful work, build resilient communities, and advance the nation's long-term fiscal health. Our third category is ensuring environmental sustainability, and those include the grand challenges of steward national resources and address climate change, and create modern water systems for safe and sustainable use. Our fourth category is managing technological challenges, and that includes the grand challenges of ensuring data security and individual privacy, and making government AI ready. Now, we know these are really big topics, and they aren't all conventionally associated with public administration. And yet, we believe that public administration is the point from which effective solutions to these challenges will emerge. Throughout the course of this conference and going forward, I hope each of you will think about what we as public administrators can do to change what we do and how we do it to address these critical issues, and that you will see public administration as a new and exciting and activist way to be change makers for a better future. Underlying all of these grand challenges, though, we identified 6 core management issues that cut across them all. And so as we move forward on addressing the grand challenges, we know that these core management principles have to be included in any solution. And those include more conventionally public administration topics like manage amidst risk and uncertainty, conduct business in an agile manner, reflect the nation's diversity and ensure inclusivity, improve service delivery, protect cybersecurity, and operate in an environmentally sustainable manner. Now, you may be asking yourself, how is the Academy itself going to take all of these on? I will be the first to confess that we are not experts in water distribution policy or in data security issues. And that would be exactly right. But collectively, we are all experts in public administration, and we are all part of networks of experts in all of these topics. So consequently, the Academy can be a lead agent in some of these topics, but we see our role for the long term more in the four functions that you see here. We want to inspire action by using the grand challenges to set a compelling, decade-long agenda for change. We want to enhance understanding through convenings, conducting new research, and developing case libraries. We want to connect stakeholders across these topics who might not otherwise know each other so that we can provide leverage and visibility to accelerate solution development. And we want to drive real change so that a decade from now, we will have actually solved some of these challenges and made real progress on others. So what happens next? In some ways, I admit that I don't actually know. We are embracing the concept of dynamic incompleteness here. We are laying out a concept, a vision for the future. It's actually a term, you can look it up. We're laying out a vision for the future, but it's a 10-year vision. And we have no way of knowing what might lie down the road 2 or 3 or 10 years from now. So we are inviting all of you to join us and to fill in the gaps with your knowledge, your experience, and your networks. I hope this vision inspires you and motivates you to bring your knowledge to help us advance the agenda in ways we can't even imagine today. But that said, we do have some immediate steps in mind. So the first, here today, we are announcing the establishment of an Agile Government Center at the Academy in partnership with the IBM Center for the Business of Government. The Agile Government Center is going to be led by fellow Ed DeSev, a fellow of the Academy and an IBM visiting scholar. The center is directly aligned with one of our core management issues in addressing how governments can operate in a more agile manner. And you can find out more about the Agile Government Center at their 11 o'clock breakout session today, and we'll be sharing more news about that tomorrow through our social media channels. So I invite you to join Ed and the team as we start this initial initiative that will begin to move us forward on the agenda. We also intend to broaden awareness and engagement with the grand challenges. That's through channels that we will execute through publications, articles, tweets, those sorts of things, but we count on all of you to share this news as well. Every one of our standing panels will be aligned with a grand challenge. You'll see the standing panel events throughout the day today. You also have the opportunity to engage with them in the 8:30 session tomorrow morning, when many of them will be having business meetings to lay out their agenda about how they're going to connect with the grand challenges. The Academy itself will be working to develop baseline assessments for each of these grand challenges against which we can report progress as we move forward. And we will begin the process of developing Academy content for the presidential election cycle based on the grand challenges agenda. We will be seeking funding as well for this particular initiative. In keeping with our vision to champion public administration and provide forums for collaboration and ensure financial stability, the Academy has begun serious efforts to transform its internal operations into an organization that can effectively compete for philanthropic support. We've already begun the transition to a new organizational model that combines our current fee-for-service work with fundraising and making the case for support with people and organizations who understand and care about the same issues that we're discussing in the grand challenges and the core management issues. Examples of that are the work we've described in the Center for Agile Government and systemic concerns such as the diversity represented in our Corps of Public Administrators. In fact, the Academy has already completed the first stages of a feasibility study to better understand what programs, messages, and giving opportunities will resonate as we begin to make the case to potential funders to compete for philanthropic support. And that study confirms that our work and these ideas are valued and valuable. So, how will you get involved? And I say how, not can. because I'm trusting that each one of you will choose to participate actively in some way in this effort. You can update your fellow profile now with your Grand Challenge affiliation. So as you go through these next couple of days and you find Grand Challenges that specifically spark your interest or are aligned with your professional interest, we want you to update your fellow profile and choose to be aligned with that. That will help us keep you connected with progress and activities in each one of the Grand Challenges. You can join a standing panel. It's easy. You just have to let us know that you want to be on the distribution list. But I encourage you to explore those over the next couple of days and find the one that aligns, again, with your personal interest. You can contribute content. We take all kinds of articles, blogs, social media, anything you want to share with us that we can publish in Management Matters, that we can connect to the Grand Challenges. We can help publicize your content, but also connect you to others who are in the same space. I hope that you will connect your organization with the work and the research. And then if you are at a university, you'll guide your university to align with one or more of the Grand Challenges. And last, of course, you can contribute funds. As we move forward and take the next steps, we're asking you to join this effort, to share your perspectives, your ideas, to consider volunteering, and yes, we're asking you to consider the Academy as a place where you can further support this meaningful and important work through your own philanthropy. You are often the unseen experts who shape how this country functions, and we're asking you to join the process to transform the Academy's sustainability model. I hope that you'll share with me your ideas directly. We have a new email that you can write in directly about Grand Challenges. It is grandchallenges@napawash.org. And let us know how you'd like to join this effort in consideration of your time and your talent and your treasure. There will also be breakout forms in comment forms in every breakout room over the next couple of days where you can write down your ideas about Grand Challenges. You can let us know who you think we should contact, who might be a great resource for us, and just share your ideas that way as well. I know that you will think of many questions related to this campaign, and I want to have time to address them tomorrow during the business meeting, because I want you, for the next couple of days, to participate in as many of the conversations as you can, and the plenary sessions. Every one of our discussions, as I've said today, is connected to a Grand Challenge in some way, so that you can begin to see how broad our agenda is and how many ways there are for each of you to play a role. So we're very excited to launch it. I really am excited for all of you to find a way to get involved. I'll be wandering around for the next day and a half, so you can snag me in the hallway if you have questions. Anybody on the staff can answer your questions. Our new website is live. All of these are now posted on the website, so if you go to the Napa Wash page and click Grand Challenges, you'll get the full access to all of the one-pagers, the downloads, the video if you'd like to share it, and any of the other content that we're publicizing over the next couple of days. So we're launched. So thank you all for your support as we've gone through the last year.